Greetings. Assalamu alaikum. In our Qur'anic reflections, we reached in Surah 2, Ayah 85. And in the last video, we read from the Surah 84 and 83 how the Israeli Jews, gave promises and made covenants with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not to split blood, not to kick, their own people or others, from their homes, and so on. You can listen to the video if you like, because what we are going to cover today is a continuation. It's explaining what happened after they made their promises to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we need to learn from their mistakes. Let's go to Ayah 85. So after they made the promise, they will not spill blood, they will not kick anybody from their homeland like they are doing to Palestinians today, killing the Palestinians, destroying their homes and destroying their lives, and kicking them out and raping the land and colonizing, bringing Israelis from all over the world to take the place of the Palestinians, the owners of the land, with the world, the Western world at their side, of course, and the United Nations. So after they made and they made sure, they assured that they will fulfill the promises. Let's see what happened. Ayah 85. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. ثم أنتم هؤلاء تقتلون أنفسكم. And then after you made the promise not to kill your own selves, your people and others, not to commit murder unjustly, here you come and you kill and you commit murder. And today, for the last 70 years, they have killed hundreds of thousands from the Palestinians. Most of them are children, women, elderly, innocent. Just in the last few years that, Palestinians acquired some arms in Gaza Strip, and they are fighting back. Just few years back. For 70 years, all over Palestine, the Israelis are committing mass murder in hundreds of thousands, and millions, they were kicked out of their home and their land, so that the Israelis will bring millions, many doubles, to colonize Palestine instead. So here you are killing yourselves, killing others and yourselves. وَتُخْرِجُونَ فَرِيقًا مِّنْكُم مِّن دِيَارِهِمْ, kicking out some of you out of their homes. Now, why Palestinians are included? How they belong to the Israelis and the Israelis belong to the Palestinians. Yeah. You didn't know that? Yeah. Now, basically, both the Arabs, the Muslims in general, and the Arabs specifically, belong to Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. Even Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, Allah said by an order to say that he followed the path and the way of his father. See, the father, when you come to a Christian and they will say, oh, Ibrahim, the father of Muhammad, oh, this is a mistake in the Quran. No, it is not. Because if this is a mistake in the Quran, then in your book, in the New Testament, when you say that Jesus was the son of David, we know the children of David. So how Jesus, who came, 1,000 years after David, is the son of David? We know Solomon was the son of David. Nathan was the son of David, not Jesus. But you keep saying Jesus is the son of David. Like, Allah says in the Quran that the Israelis, not Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but the Israelis said to Mary, Holy Mary, when she had the child on her hand, Jesus, Ya Ukhta Harun, oh sister of Aaron. Wow. 1,000 years between her and Aaron. So the non-Muslims, they come and say, oh, another mistake. What another mistake? Ya Ukhta Harun is like, Jesus the son of David. Hundreds of years apart, yet he is the son of David. Meaning from the descendants. So, yeah, Maryam, Ukhta Harun, the assurance that Christians don't know that Mary and Jesus are not from the descendants of David, but from the descendants of Levi, Lawi, the third son to Jacob. But this is a different debate, and it proofs, endless proofs about this. So, all right, so, fariqan minkum, a part of you. So, in essence, all of Ibrahim's descendants, the Arabs, the Muslims, and the Jews, the Israeli Jews, are cousins. One came, the Arabs and the Muslims came from Ishmael, and the Jews came from Isaac, his brother Isaac, according to the Jewish book, his brother. It says, in one verse, that his two sons, Ishmael and Isaac, buried him in the cave of Machpelah, buried Ibrahim when he died. They are brothers from different mothers, one from Hajar and the other one from Sarai. So we are cousins. So we are part of one another. But because of their atrocities and their evil, satanic evil, against us, against the Muslims, against the Palestinians, against the Arabs, and this is what starts the feud, the fire between us, and the hate. So they are kicking part of them, their cousins, from the Arab Palestinians and the Arab Christians. تخرجون فريقا منكم من ديارهم. You kick them out of their home and homeland. تظاهرون عليهم بالإثم والعدوان. You show over them with injustice and the aggression. They came from all over the world. They got equipped, through the British and the West. First the British Army, and then the US, and the rest of the West, the European countries. And now they're trying to destroy every Palestinian to kick him out. To the last one. تظاهرون عليهم بالإثم والعدوان, unjustly and with aggression, complete aggression. This is unjust. This is not good. This is very bad. وَإِنْ يَأْتُوكُمْ أُسَارًا تُفَادُوهُم. And if they come as prisoners, you don't even accept ransom to set them free. وَهُوَ مُحَرَّمٌ عَلَيْكُمْ إِخْرَاجُهُم. While it is prohibited, you are prohibited to kick them out of their homeland with non-biblical lies that Allah promised you to come back. No, He promised you to come in, but when He kicked you all over the world, you don't have a promise. Every Christian preacher, every Jewish rabbi, they speak about old promises, long time gone, fulfilled. They came today, back in the last 70 years, with non-biblical lies. They don't have promises. And those preachers, Christian preachers and Jewish rabbis, are lying. That, God is promising them to come back. No. Allah promised to bring them back by force, not to allow them back. No, He wants to gather them for their destruction. أفتؤمنون ببعض الكتاب وتكفرون ببعض. Listen, please listen. This is very important. This is very sensitive message to the Muslims. أفتؤمنون ببعض الكتاب وتكفرون ببعض. Allah speaking to the Israelis, but this is for the Muslims. You believe in parts of the book, and you disbelieve in other parts, kafir in the other parts. This is the situation of the majority, the mainstream, this evil title. This is the mainstream of Islam. You believe in some of the ayahs in the Quran, and you are kafir in the rest. And I gave you many examples in previous videos. You want one example reminding you? Okay. لا ينطق عن الهوى. It's kufr. What is iman? لا ينطق عن الهوى إن هو إلا وحي يوحى. Put it in context. Don't remove it. You remove, you're kafir. You put it in context, you're a mu'min. So you want to believe only, you have to have iman in لا ينطق عن الهوى, and you do not want to believe, you don't want to read, إن هو إلا وحي يوحى. تؤمنون ببعض الكتاب وتكفرون ببعض. You believe in some part of the ayah and you are kafir in the rest of the ayah. This is very bad, extremely bad. Very well. فما جزاء من يفعل ذلك منكم إلا خزي في الحياة الدنيا. And the punishment for those who do this among you Muslims, this is a talk to the Israelis, and they are receiving this today because they are doing exactly the opposite of what they promised. And you Muslims who are kafir in parts of the ayahs and believing in only some part of the ayahs according to the evil temptations of your hearts, you have punishment and humiliation in this lifetime. في الحياة الدنيا ويوم القيامة, and judgment day, come judgment day, يردون إلى أشد العذاب, you will be returned to great torture. Now your torture, because you don't deserve hell completely. Some of you will go to hell for this kufr in part of the ayahs, but some of you will spend 50,000 years on gathering ground being questioned. It's close to the torture of hell. Don't do it. وَمَا اللَّهُ بِغَافِلٍ عَمَّا تَعْمَلُونَ. And Allah is not unaware about this evil that you're doing. Every evil act you're doing, Allah has complete knowledge. Remember the 4 individual group. You are a group of 4, one on the right writing the good deeds, and one on the left writing the sins that you commit. All those are transferred immediately, wired above the 7 heavens in the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He knows every little detail. Beware. If you cannot see Allah, Allah can see you always. You cannot escape the sight of Allah. He does not have eyes like ours. His sight is different. لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٍ. There is nothing like Allah. Even if we say I, it is just to bring things closer to our understanding, limited understanding, human understanding. But He doesn't have an eye. When we say sight, it's not like our sight. Everything about Him is comprehensive. We cannot comprehend. So let us not get there. We may fall into deep mistakes. We cannot tolerate the consequences. Alright, so I don't think we can cover another ayah. Well, let's try. Maybe this video will cut off on me suddenly. Ayah 86. أولئك الذين اشتروا الحياة الدنيا بالآخرة فلا يخفف عنهم العذاب ولا هم ينصرون. And those who do this, that we just explained, those bought and they wished for to live just this life to the maximum, to the extreme, by selling the hereafter, Jannah and paradise. So if they sold, Jannah and paradise today, to live today only, to extreme, to the max, then they will go to hell. فَلَا يُخَفَّفُ عَنْهُمُ الْعَذَابِ. The torture will not be reduced ever. Not a little bit, not a milli, or a billions of a milli. وَمَا اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْعَذَابِ وَلَا هُمْ يُنصَرُونَ. And they will receive no support whatsoever from anywhere. So please listen to the video again. This is a message to us Muslims. We are talking about the Israelis, but this is a message in our book from Allah that we believe in, from the Quran that we say we accept. Try to avoid offending Allah in any of the promises that you make. It's a no-no. It's prohibited. Be careful. Be very sensitive when you come to dealing with Allah, do not ignore His book, His words, and strive after books that may lead you to hell. This is the book. Allah in Surah Al-Baqarah, the second ayah, say, this is the book. No doubt about its content. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. Guidance to those who fear Allah. This is the book, Allah says. In Surah Al-Baqarah, Surah 2, Ayah 2. Go and read it. With a tarjuma, with translation, so that you may understand it. And if you still need help, come to me. And please come to me only with the Quran. I'm looking for brothers who are seeking Allah. I'm not looking for friends. Let's be friends in Jannah. Over there, I have time for you and for friendship. But today here, I need your brother. I need your brotherhood. If you are my brother, come to me with the Noble Quran. Questions to understand the ayahs and the words. Assalamu alaikum. Till next time, be safe.